The propane is just like a gas grill bottle at your house.
Right.
You lift up your lever here, you turn them on and off.
And you should always keep them on, right?
Yeah, whenever you're using it, just keep it on. You keep both of them on because if one dies, on the very bottom of this white regulator here, there's a little lever to where you can grab the lever and then move it from side to side. It's a black lever.
Oh, so it only draws from one at a time?
Yeah. If you want to take this tank off, it's just Velcroed right here.
Right.
Just undo the Velcro and then the whole thing lifts off.
And then can you take the individual tanks and get them filled?
Yes. To do that, you just undo this little gigantic wing nut here.
Right.
Best way to do it is actually take the tank off. Yeah, and this guy here just lifts directly off. So this way you can see the regulator, and this is just a whatever tank you want to draw from.
Right.
So say this one runs out of gas.
Right.
You want to move the regulator over here,
pointing
and then you can pull your wing nut off. As long as this regulator is over here, this tank is shut off.
Okay.
So you'd shut this tank off at that point.
Right.
And then take this up, this just retainer, undo your line, and then pull that off and go get it filled.
Turn it on and off that way?
Turn it on and off right here.
Oh, wait, I just got to get a little thing here. Turn that light on and off.
Little button right here on the bottom of it that turns this on and off.
Yeah. The water, I think, okay, the water fill up, and this is the water fill up for the tank.
This is if you want to fill the tank up, you just unscrew this little knob, regardless of where it's at on the trailer, and then just take the water hose and shove in there until it fills up.
Until it starts coming out.
Yeah. Don't block this little vent that's on the side.
That's where it comes out.
That's where the water will come out at.
Got it. And how many gallons? How many gallons is that?
On your camper, I believe it's 33 gallons.
Okay.
Okay, so taking a look at the fridge here.
That's the fridge?
This is the back of the
Okay,
this is the back of the fridge.
Okay, the back of the fridge.
Yeah. So it works good with a quarter or a key or something like that just to turn those sideways. And then this lifts off.
Okay.
The only thing you really need to be aware of back here is somewhere back in here there is a plug-in. Right here. See the plug-in?
Okay.
So you have a secondary plug. This one here is not plugged in at the moment. But if for some reason the refrigerator is not letting you do anything, you actually want to, because this will be plugged up on yours.
All right.
But you just want to undo the plug, and it kind of resets the brain, kind of like undoing a router. You know, unplugging a router and letting it reset outside of your fins, because you want this to drip to the outside, not the inside.
Make sure the drip hose is out.
Yeah. Okay. As long as it's.
And you.
All right. So you've got this little silver thing back here is your heater exhaust.
Right.
You don't have to mess with that. That just blows hot air out.
Okay.
You've got two cable outlets, one for satellite, one for cable. They run off different coaxials. If you're at a park that has cable, you can use the cable. If you want to buy a satellite and set it out there, you could use that as well.
Beautiful.
This is just your power plug.
Yep.
You just take your big plug, shove it in there. You do want to make sure you line it up with the funny shaped one right here.
And then screw it on.
Yeah, and just tighten it on. Okay. That's all you need to do with that. Now your city water connection is right here. So if you have hookup at a park,
you plug it.
Your water hose will go directly into this line here.
Great.
You want to make sure you have a water pressure regulator on the back side of that water hose though. Not from the water hose here to here, but from the spigot to the actual water hose itself.
What is that called?
It's a water pressure regulator. They're little brass guys, about $8. What it does is it reduces the pressure on the lines.
Good.
And then this is the black tank flush. So when you dump your tanks, and they're right down here.
Right.
Best way to dump your tanks is just hook your sewer line up.
Right.
Right to this.
Yep.
Right to this line here.
Yep.
And then anything that's in there right now will come out. There's always going to be a little something in there. So once you crack these valves, if there's anything in there, it will come out in a heartbeat.
Right.
But connect your sewer line, pull your levers.
Right.
So what I do is I pull my black, which is the big one, okay? You see the size of the pipes?
Yep.
Pull the black, let it drain out, and then I will go back and I will hook a water hose up to your black tank flush right here.
Right.
And what this does is it actually, you hook a water hose up to it, and then it has a bulb inside of the black tank, and it flushes out the black tank.
While it's still hooked up and it's going in.
Yes.
Now we have one of those big blue tanks.
The big blue tanks.
Now the thing with that is there's a connection for it to get onto that thing, and then but there's no connection for it to connect to the blue tank. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Just use the sewer hose.
Just and then just hold it in there and.
No, it'll actually connect to the tank. We'll go inside and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Pretty much all of
and
that.
Then this is the heater.
Is the water heater, yes. Now,
this is the hot water heater.
Yep. This is pretty easy. You really don't have to mess with anything.
Okay.
You do have a pop-off valve just like you would at the house.
Right.
You do have a reset button. I've never actually seen one had to be reset in 20 years. When you want to drain it, you need to pull the plug out.
Right.
And that just drains all the water out. Leave the plug out for the winter.
Beautiful.
All right, so you've got regular power out here. That's just if you want to hook up a TV or a radio or anything of that sort.
Yep.
Antenna comes off the antenna. So if you have the antenna programmed to where you're picking up channels, you can actually pull a TV out here, plug it up here, and that's what this bracket is for.
There. Yep.
Yeah, it just slides right into that bracket.
Yeah.
Now you see the strip light up there for the awning.
Right, the strip light for the awning.
Yeah, you can turn that on and off on the inside.
Oh, good, okay.
Just the basics. Most all of your blank switches will just be lights, inside or outside lights.
One of the things that when we come in, when we walk in, of course, the door is in the back there, and then the lights are right here. I can't get, and then over here is where the sink and all that stuff, and there's lights up here, and I can't.
It'll be underneath the sink there.
So, to turn these lights on over the sink,
there should be a switch directly underneath.
Right underneath there. Okay.
So you've got fuses on one side and breakers on the other side.
And on our model, is it somewhere like right in the kitchen? This is
it should be right in the middle of the hallway. Yeah, they want it to be accessible because if say, anything.
Right.
All right. Up here, you've got a monitor panel.
The monitor panel's in the bedroom in ours.
Yeah. This is where the water pump is at.
Right.
So you just turn the water pump on and off.
Right.
Then you have a check button here for your battery, your galley, your fresh.
And this is the gauge for when you press each one of them.
Exactly. It'll just light up as to what level it is. Gas is out. And then if there's no gas, if you forget to turn your gas on, then that little check light will come on. If it's on electric, the check light will never come on.
All right. So this is to operate the refrigerator freezer.
Yeah. So that would be in the on gas position right now. If you want it on auto, which is the electric side, you just depress that button, and then the auto light will actually come on and stay on. And that's on auto. That's not gas. Yeah. So if you're plugged up, use the auto. You want it to be on auto. Yeah. And what happens? That's it. Let me show you a couple things over here that you're probably not 100% aware about too. When you have your TV plugged up, and this bracket just slides right off for your V shape there. Right. Your antenna is omnidirectional, so you don't have to crank it up. It just picks up the channels. But you do have a little battery booster or an antenna booster right here. It's this little black thing right beside the main coax cable. Got it. This is for satellite. The one with the big round 12-volt plug is for the actual main coax, and then that was for 12-volt TVs that nobody really has anymore. But if you press that button in, the little green light will pop on, and then that will give you a little stronger signal to be able to pick up channels. So if you forget and go ahead and reprogram the TV and you're only picking up 3 or 4 channels, press the little button and then reprogram the TV. And got it on when we took it down to Kentucky a couple weeks ago. So this is the air conditioner and heater. Now this is just the AC. There is no heat in this system here. Okay, that's through a thermostat. So this optional heat side over here and the red side doesn't really do anything. Now this will actually give you the declination of colder to hotter, or colder to less cool, I guess I should say. But this will be your fan modes. These are all fan modes on the air conditioner side. And then you just select your temperature here. Right. Now you see the grates in here. Right. You can open the grates up. Now what that does is kind of like hitting the recycle button on your car. Right. All the air will dump directly out of here, and then it recycles quicker to cool it down faster. But this is loud. So I know, I've done it. And so this is just air conditioning, not heat. Yes. The heat is run through the thermostat. Yeah. And then if you want to set up your air conditioning to blow out to all sides, you just move these and shut this off. Got it. But yeah, your little guys there will help you blow. Now your heater is pretty simple. It's just a heater. You do have an on-off button down here. And this is, you can hear the thermostat click. Yeah. Yeah, so that will tell you where you're at, in the gauge level anyway. Then you can make it cooler, make it hotter, whatever. And this is your on-off switch, which is, you can actually hear it. It takes a little bit of effort to turn it on. Off is to the wall. It has a little arrow on the off button.
Okay, got it.
Off is this way, on is that way, and then this will be your heat.
Yeah,
and then
setting the
actually,
temperature.
Yeah, it'll actually read what temperature it is once it gets warm.